Hi everybody, this time we are going to use very critical command of sketch tools in the inventor. So Autodesk Inventor gives us rectangle commands, slot commands, and polygon under the rectangle commands. Those are very critical because I would say 80% of the parts are starting with the rectangle or with circle in the beginning. And it is more practical than using a line command to create the rectangle because it is securely defined. I will explain it later also. So first tool is 2-point rectangle. In that command, we just define by our mouse clicks just two corners of the rectangle and we create it. But the negative side of this command, we cannot give the angle directly. And if we need an angled rectangle, we just have the second command, which is 3-point rectangle. We just click first corner, second corner, and the third corner of the rectangle. Then we can define with an angle a rectangle here. Third command is center point rectangle. If we have in the design a centered point, a defined center, and we want to create our rectangle with that point, we click on the command rectangle with the center point command, and first click of our uh, mouse will define the center point. Second one will give us the rectangle uh, as you want. So fourth and last rectangle command is the center point uh, and 3-point combined in this rectangle command. That means we define the rectangle's center point and we define the angle by clicking two other corners. So that's also finished um, to our corner, I would say. Yeah, easy like that. Then we have slot commands here. The slot commands are also similar, but there are some small differences between them. The first option is just defines slot with the center points of the slot radiuses. And when we create a slot like that with 3 clicks, the first two will define the center points of those radiuses in the beginning and the end. But second option of the slot will give just the end points. That means when I give 2 clicks, I will create the slot with the endpoints. So if I have a defined endpoints, I will show you with the dimensions. If I click on here and here, the first option gives just that 2 center points, but with my second option, I am giving those endpoints to define the slot. Actually, this is also uh, like various in our technical drawings. So you might prefer giving the dimensions like that in the technical drawings or like that. But yeah, this is also depending on the person. One is using that mostly, one is using the other option. It depends. And yeah, we will talk about them later in the technical drawings. The third option is giving us the opportunity to create a center point defined slot like that. And also we will have a slot with a defined center point, not the um, center points of the radiuses, but the total middle point of the slot. So we have now slots with arc options. We can create an arc with start point, end point, and radius, as you remember from the last video. Then we can give extra here a slot size with the width defining the by defining the width, and we create a slot like that. Basically, it just makes an offset and uh, creates two tangential with these 2 points creates an arc which is tangential to the both the two arcs here. So basically you can make it in a hard way, but you can use this slot option instead, and you can create it quickly. And the last slot option is the center point arc slot, which is defining first the center point, second the radius, and start and end points of the radius we just in this radius we just defined. Then we click somewhere to give the width, and we are creating a slot like that. The last one is the polygon. Let's say we will create a polygon with 8 corners, inscribed polygon. We can also say like that. You see here two icons. One is creating polygons with the corner point. The other one is with the edges. So first option is with the corner point. I am choosing a center point and clicking on a corner. Then I create a polygon, or I can choose the second option, circumscribed. So it means we are creating the polygon. For example, let's say 7 edges I want. So we will create the polygon with the center point and 7 edges like that. And we click on the done. And we have finished all the comments listed here. Those are very important. Let's include here Fillet and Chamfer, because I don't want to make another video for them. It's easy. Fillet will give you a possibility to create a simple radius on the edges like that. For example, the value of this radius was 2. Like I can make it 10 and click on a click on the corner, or I can choose one by one clicking the edges. Like if I click like that, 2 edges are now connected with an arc with the radius of 10. So this is also very useful. We use it so much, not in the sketch most of the time, but depending on your design, as I said. Also, you can use here also. And we have also chamfer. Chamfer has more options. I will explain it in the 3D options also. With the chamfer, we are giving a lot of functions to the parts, mechanical functions. Some of them are just securing the person cutting own hand or somebody's hand, something like for safety reasons we are giving sometimes. Sometimes we are giving uh, them, using them to create an easy path between the tools, between the other parts. So this is very important. Basically, we will see them in detail. Here I have 45-degree of angle. That means upper edge and lower edge will have 2 millimeters in both ways. Here you see also, here is 2 millimeter cut, here is also 2 millimeter cut, and when I change it, it will change in the same way. But in the second option, the distances are changing. So different distances. For example, I can make here 4 or 5, and the second distance will stay 2 millimeter. First here and second here. You see the first line is cut by 5 millimeters, and the second edge, I would say, is cut by the value 2. So it gives an option like that. Also, you can give an angle and a distance. For example, I can change it to 30, and the distance I will let it like 5. I will click here and the second edge. As you can see, the first line is cut 5 millimeters, and then the other edge is cut with the 30%, 30 degree, and that means it's a rectangle with 30 degree, 90 degree, and 60 degree. It gives a cut with this angle option. So we had something like that. Those are really useful, as I said. We have them in the 3D parts also. We will talk about them and how we can use them more efficiently in the later videos. Thank you for joining this video. Have fun. Now we will continue with the other tools, and those are not much. You are almost ready to create 3D models and real mechanical designs. See you later. And like and follow my YouTube channel. Bye bye.